Right, thanks for joining me again. So, I'll try a sunset scene. So I'll just put a bit of water on first. Back to the big paintings. I did try a couple of small ones before. It's nice to get back to the full size. Oh, let's crack on with some of the yellows in there, brush some of that down. A little bit of red, let's clean the brush. Clean the brush again, back into the yellows. Right, now I'm going into the blue. Bit of ultramarine. Let's get some of these down here. Bit of red, bit of blue. And it's had a bit of Payne's grey as well, and some dark clouds up there. Red, blue, Payne's grey. Have some up there. And a few dibs and dabs. Bit of an angle. I'm going to put a sun about somewhere around there, so that's somewhere where it can contrast. That's the main background in. Now I'm doing a bit of land. I'm somewhere like that. This is where it's time for a new brush, I think. So just losing that chisel edge. Let's just pull that paper tight a bit. Let's just line that up again. Just a touch of hairdryer. Switch to the little brush, small Ranson hake. Same colours. I want to put in a few little trees on the horizon line. So I'm just flicking up like that. Just flicking them up. And this can be a little bit flatter. Just a bit of contrast rather than do the same thing the whole way. A bit more water. Just put some smaller ones in, I think. I'm just going to level this up a bit. also want some of this water, just some of this land coming a little bit closer to us, just leaving little gaps there to suggest the water between the bits of land. Bring that over a little bit more. Right, now to the foreground, and we've got little bits of something growing there. Whoops. Now then, let's switch. Actually, before I switch, again, quick dry. Let's pop the sun in. So I generally use this little 1/4 inch flat brush that I've got, and a bit of kitchen roll. Find a clean bit. Now where should I put the sun? I said it was going to be somewhere around here, wasn't it? I'm going to have it somewhere around here. Let's make it a bit more circular. Just popping behind those clouds, and then also we want some sort of reflection down below, just directly on below it. Something like that. Now let's switch to the sword liner brush. Grab my palette. And again, a bit of red, bit of blue, bit of Payne's grey. And I just want some reeds. Plenty of foreground reeds. Over here as well. So you just by that reflection. That's why I put the reflection in first. So you just get the odd reed just cut straight over it. Few things growing on these reeds. to the small hake. Now because that's dry, I can put another layer on top of this just to make it even darker. And you can do these as many times as you want, depending how dark you want it. So turn it around and flick up with those, create a few more things. See how darker that is now. Give that a quick dry. Now we need some birds, so I'm going to pop those, put one up there, one in there, and have a couple more, one up there, one there. That was careless. Let's see if we can do a repair job on that. Sometimes it's best, well quite often it's best just leaving it alone. Could be just a wispy cloud or something, hopefully no one will notice that. The only thing I'm going to do now is just take a little bit of red and I'm just going to sign it down here and call that one done. So let's have a closer look at that now and see what it looks like. This is our finished painting. So if we're going to have a closer look at it, you can see the sky, a few yellows, a few reds, and then a bit of blue there, and Payne's grey mixes, especially the darks, see the clouds, just putting very subtle. It's so easy to overdo it, but I've tried to resist the temptation. Just popped in our little sun there, behind those clouds, and then got that reflection down in the water below. You can see the most distant land. There's sort of two layers there. You've got the distant one there, lighter tone, and then dark. Use the small Ron Ranson 8 brush. Just flicked it up. And you can see how you just get these points, give the suggestion of trees. On the far banks there. Just straighten that edge up. And then a little bit of land coming further forward. And then the foreground just full of reeds and stuff. So it's just a combination of use the height brush to block in the main bases, and then the sword liner just for all these fine reedy strokes, and then a few sort of horizontal strokes as well, it's just little things growing on them. And we end up with our little sort of sunset scene by the banks of the river looking through the reeds. Brushes, so use the large Ron Ranson hake, as I do with most of it, combined with the small hake brush. I use a little 1/4 inch flat to take out the sun, and then got the sword liner here, got a very small, like a 0 size rig out, and a number 3, just using Cotman watercolours, the usual Ron Ranson palette I've got here. So for this one I use the ultramarine, lemon stroke cad yellow. It's a bit of a mix, bit of both in there really. Use the Payne's grey, bit of raw sienna yellow ochre mix there. I didn't use the burnt umber or the alizarin crimson, and then a bit of light red as well. So I hope you enjoyed that. Thanks as always for watching. StephenCronin.com if you'd like to join me, and all the members over on Patreon. You'd be very much appreciated and welcome. In the meantime, keep practicing. If you've got any questions, please ask, and I'll see you again very soon.